miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown in the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
They run it with Ward. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time backing in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here's a look.
One, he's a terrific producer. Still extremely difficult to block when he's rushing the passer.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. There's no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who's no stranger to the spotlight or the headlines. Here is Johnny Manziel.
Improvisation, that's the hallmark of Johnny Manziel's game. But in order for him to improve and have some consistency and lock down a spot as a starting quarterback in the NFL, he's got to start reading the notes on the music sheet. Got to play with consistency and within the offense.
This is 4-7. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back to the ground on first. Again for Sen. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Manziel. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now Manziel. Sanders has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Manziel. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The first carry for the rookie Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that moment we just of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Well, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Holding offense.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Austin.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Here's Ward. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
On the ground with Ward. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And a catch by the new signee from Cincy, Mohamed Sanu. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a 1st down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now Ward. And the cutback to the sideline. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's no secret to beating a 3-4 when you're trying to run the ball up the middle. You have to control the guy over the nose of the center. And oftentimes, he's awfully hard to move. That's why he's there. A big guy, usually north of 300 pounds, with some agility. But somehow, you got to figure out how to move him. And most teams will double the nose. Center and a guard trying to move him to one side or the other, and when they're able to do that successfully, as just happened here, that's when you get big-time running plays.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run, so when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And coming out now, the Broncos. They start on the ground with 4 set. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Tackle made there by Phillip Wheeler. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, this is Forsett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Black 99. Taylor, here we go. All right, here we go. Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Leopard! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Manziel. Flushed out right. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Black 99, Taylor, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Manziel. Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
It's caught left side, Tammy. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This will be, and the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Manziel. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and get it with Forsett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Austin's got it left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's Manziel. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
It could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Justin Forsett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Robinson. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give them 15 more, and it's another first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw again is Ryan. He's got time. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The drive begins with a run by Borsell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes. First series of the second half. Offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. Manziel buying time to his left. Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And they'll go on the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They stay on the ground. Forsett again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Manziel. Green with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch it now, Marty. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Demaryius Thomas, and it's 4th and 4. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Detroit! Let's go! Green, 39!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. Teron Ward, the intended target. And it's 4th and 4. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Credit the tackle to the rookie first-rounder, Keanu Neal. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Manziel. Steps away, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football.
All the way down inside the 35. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On second down, Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Ryan. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down, here's Ryan. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
And a pretty good return. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A running play now for Forsett, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Gun! Let's go. 3-9.
Now Manziel. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Manziel. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They got 29 yards there. And it'll be first down, Denver.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On first down, Ryan surveying the field and seeing no options. He just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. The left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They go play action now. Ryan finding time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Johnny Manziel readies to go again on offense here. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact that a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's Manziel. And it's incomplete.
Depending on who's doing the covering, zone or man versus a slant route is always a tough coverage, but a lot of guys prefer zone. If they're not backpedaling and their eyes are strictly on the quarterback and they feel the receiver breaking, they just move right to the football as the quarterback delivers, and that allows them to make a play on it and knock it away.
Now Manziel. And able to find Green. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they're going to speed things up here. Manziel. Green with a catch left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Booker on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go.
3rd and short. It's Booker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run with Forsett. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Forsett. And he'll be brought down. The Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Looks like he'll throw here.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Now, a lot of times coming, and play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Hey, turn it up.
Here's Manziel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The rookie Deion Jones picked it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. He's back to throw. He's got time. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The reigning Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And this is caught, and it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And a look here now at Justin Forsett. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Strong left. Over. Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw. And Green with a catch left side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Now let's go. Green.
He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing